what I'm gonna tell you guys is super important, and I'm probably one of the smartest individuals that's out there. And I'm gonna tell you something about the Tate brothers that very few people talk about. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate and Adin Ross. Okay, so we have this video where he sits with them and smokes a cigar. He kind of set it up himself, this situation, so he's almost like to blame for it, but I want to explain it to you guys so you understand it. Especially Andrew Tate, he's a toxic metaframer. I'm going to explain it what that is. A toxic metaframer is who puts others down because he himself is not living his true joy and libido self-empowerment. I know it sounds weird because he himself says that he's living it, but he's not, and I'll tell you why. Because if he were truly happy, if he were truly in his joy and would truly live his libido self-empowerment, he's a good example of almost living it. But because he's in his heart, he's not truly living it, he needs to put others down. Because someone who's truly happy in themselves, who's truly joyful, does not put others down. And now, listen to this very carefully. Andrew Tate toxic metaframes his brother, Tristan. I'm not sure if Tristan is his younger brother or older. I'm not sure, but he seems to be the younger brother. And Andrew Tate picks on him in toxic metaframing way. And that is actually the sign of a narcissist, because he repeats it. He toxic metaframes so often, Andrew Tate, that he's actually a narcissist. And when people turn it around on him, he just goes loud and just refuses to look at it and says, let's lower energy and stuff like that. And he does the same thing with Adin Ross here, but because Adin Ross is beta and doesn't understand toxic metaframing, he accepts it. And you actually should never accept it because it's the opposite of libido self-empowerment. And Adin Ross is asks the other guys, is, in your view as a friend, what am I like from a scale from 1 to 10? And the other guys say like a 4. Okay, that's a toxic metaframe. And you should never ever accept toxic metaframes from anyone, because it actually hurts you psychoenergetically. He might say that it doesn't bother him, but in the end he will go home and be like, he'll be like, I never liked these dudes anyway. That's what will be in his mind all for now until eternity. Because there's 80% of people in life, more than 80%, are toxic metaframers. And toxic metaframing is literally putting others down because you're not truly happy in yourself and you're not living your libido self-empowerment. Now, granted, Andrew Tate seems to come the closest to self-empowerment, but that's just superficially, because everybody in life has their own kind of sense of what their libido self-empowerment is, meaning joy and sexuality. And a friend of mine told me that he has a friend who knows the Tates, and he says that they're actually pretty bored because they don't know what to do anymore. And Andrew even has some back pain, which suggests, as an energy healer, I can tell that obviously he has some energetic issues in his body as well. So my biggest guess is, no, it's not a guess. I know they're toxic metaframers, and I'm pretty sure that anybody who's healthy in their mind doesn't want to be around them, because they instantly recognize these narcissistic traits. And I will talk about libido self-empowerment and toxic metaframing a lot, okay? And you should never ever accept it, and for many reasons. One of them is psychoenergetic. You don't want anybody to tell you suck for whatever reason. And yeah, so that's it for now. Just be very careful about this, because a lot of people have Andrew Tate as their like role model, and they don't realize that he has a very toxic trait that actually would psychoenergetically destroy you being with him. Okay, and a lot of people starting to praise him now, but that's all just a PR. I don't know if you've noticed, like, the narrative changed. It's all about PR right now. Like, oh, there is so good people. Before they were like the misogynist, that was kind of planned, and now they're all so good people. It's not as simple as that.